like you're, have you ever been scammed before? I feel like you're too, naive, perhaps. Oh. I died today. Okay. Alright, so this is gonna be a pretty scuffed video, probably. I'm just gonna go over the character for an update. I did die on it at 645 corruption. The reason I died was I thought I was safe, so I didn't press the Bone Curse combo. And, well, 20k ward was enough and I died. So I'll show you my gear on the build. I swapped out all the gear off of a low life setup because I wasn't sustaining low life anyways, so I wasn't getting any of the bonuses from it. And I figured, hey, with this OP ward trick, it doesn't even matter if I have ward generating stuff. So I basically swapped out for full damage slash minion health for scaling with the Bone Curse ward it gives. So swapped the gear out for more life-based stuff. I mean, not really life-based, but more like damage. Bleed duration there. I was planning on getting more offensive stats on this, but didn't end up happening. Belt is the same. I swapped to Blood of the Exile boots for the bleed duration. Bleed duration is really big for damage. And it gives more damage to moving enemies, and it's more, not increased, so if they move, that is a big damage buff. I did keep these on because ward retention does still matter, because it'll make it degen slower, so ward retention is still good to have. I still have 430, but the like flat ward per second, oh, my stash is, alright. The flat ward per second, like for example, the bone clamor helmet, it's not worth using. Another big change here is I swapped to Zithar's Conundrum. It makes it so you have more fizz damage at full health, and you are always at full health with this build. Thanks to, well, nothing costs health, and you have a billion ward. And even if anything did take your health somehow, you have so much life gain on hit that you will be full health. Then Flayer's Pride Shield for fizz penetration and more bleed chance. The rings are the same. I swapped out the Twisted Heart because I don't want my HP to be down since I'm using this, which gives me more damage at full health. I want to make sure I'm always full health, so I cannot use Twisted Heart. So I just swapped to a rare relic. Now, I will open up what you should use. What you want to use is, let's see. For the relic, there's a bleed relic, which is quite good, that I cannot find. It is not, I saw some people mention Symbol of Demise. I mean, you can use this if you want to die. It gives you bunch of bleed chance and more importantly a bunch of bleed duration, but it consumes all your ward, and your ward is your only defensive layer, so if you like dying every echo, you could feel free to use this. Or you could swap it on bosses and just not get hit. This one, Valdir's Relic, this is what you're going to want to use. I wasn't able to get one before I died, but it gives you a bunch of bleed on hit and bleed duration. And then you get LP on it, and you put good stats on it, like minion health or some damage over time stuff, whatever you need. Idols, I swapped out all my idols off of HP to get bleed chance. Damned on hit is okay too, if you don't have a double bleed chance one like that. Bleed chance on the small ones, just fizz damage and damage over time. The tree, I changed a little bit from what I had. I unspec'd out of the minion health nodes. It's really not necessary. I mean, if you want to be like maximum tanky, it's fine, but I just opted for putting more damage stuff. And some points here. Yeah. These aren't really super necessary, because it doesn't matter if you leech HP anymore, because we want to be full health, so it's fine. So these nodes are probably not worth it if you want to really min-max. Have all res capped. 65 int, could probably use a little bit more of that. 109 crit avoidance. Endurance does not do anything on this build because it's ward. Let's see, bleed chance. I have 359% bleed chance just by base. Here we get a lot of more bleed here, an extra 150. So that brings us to about 509 bleed chance, if I did that math right. I'm pretty sure I did. Base bleed damage is 727. On bosses, if I just stand still, right click, and Chthonic Fissure, they will be at like over 1,000 stacks of bleed. Occasionally freezing them as well. Here are my blessings. I will do a quick boss here to show you the damage at 645 corruption. I think the build could definitely get to like 1,000 plus. I just made a goof. Until they nerf the ward bug, I think the necrotic version with self-ignite is better than bleed, but I was just too lazy to swap. Look up the self-ignite version by the curse. I'd check that one out. Shoot. So as you can see, got a ton of debuffs, got over 1,000 bleed stacks. He's dying pretty fast. Our bleed stacks are ticking for around 45k, although the more damage we do, the less he, should I limit test this? Oh, not even close. Wow, that really doesn't do damage. I was way too scared of that. I could have just kept right-clicking him while playing. Wow. And then, if you don't have that much ward, Profane Veil does dodge that. I was too scared to test it while the character was still in hardcore. But, it does dodge it, apparently. And there we go. There's the kill. That is about it, I think. Don't believe I missed anything. I'm gonna stall for about 7 more seconds to hit 8 minutes.